I remember I was walking out of the doors of Columbia. I just sat down for my thesis review, and I was thanking the stars, the universe, God, or whatever it may be, that I did all right in my thesis, my final thesis interview. My manuscript had sort of passed the test, and I was okay. And I was feeling rather nervous as I was actually exiting the school, actually exiting the doors of Columbia, and feeling like these doors were opening up and I was entering into the world as a poet. What should I do? So I turned around and I said, "Do you have one last piece of advice for me?" I said this to Richard Howard, and he said, "Never stop writing." He said, "There are going to be 80% of you that are going to quit over the years." He goes, "Don't be that 80%, be that 20% that continues on." And I can't tell you how many times over the last 15 years that I've thought of just that really simple thing that he said, because I think that during the years we could have jobs, we could have jobs just to support ourselves. I mean, I've taken on every kind of job imaginable, and during those times you think to yourself, like, what am I writing poetry for, and who am I writing poetry for? What is this life of the poet about? And when I didn't even have answers to those questions sometimes, I always thought back to what Richard Howard said, and then I would say to myself, don't question yourself too much. Just think of continuing on. Just think of picking up the pen every day and honoring that, honoring whatever it was that you were as a child that you love so much. Just keep doing that. So I think him saying that to me has just been a point for me to leap forward every time I felt sort of stopped and halted in some place that I felt like I couldn't move on. Those words just kept pushing me forward. The idea of being a mother, the idea of being a poet laureate, the idea of being a writer, the idea of being educated, the idea of being a public servant, it all sometimes topples on top of each other, and in the course of one day I try to do all of it. And sometimes it's incredibly successful, where I actually can get to do all parts of it and nurture all different parts of myself, and also at the same time nurture other people. And there are going to be days where it just all falls apart, and I can't. And I think that I have to, just like any other artist in the world, you have to have a sense of forgiveness for yourself, because what we're all trying to do is live, make things, nurture other things. So I think that sometimes what is first and foremost is the fact that I get up in the morning and I have to nurture another life. And that has to be the priority for the day. And then during the course of the day, during the times when he's sort of napping and asleep, then I can get really quickly to my computer and try really hard to get to my poet laureate duties. What am I working on now? What am I working on today? How is it? And the craziest thing is that I think that certain people, no matter how many responsibilities they have the tendency to want to heap more responsibilities onto themselves. I don't know if you're that kind of person, but I tend to do it all the time. I'll say to myself, well, I have all these things I have to do today as poet laureate, and then I want to do more.